So you finally flip the fire sample, but as soon as you lay down the drums, the vibe is completely thrown off. Most likely, your drum pattern is not the issue, it's your drum selection. It's your boy Mejia Made, and in today's video, I'll show you how to match the sonics between your sample and drums.
It's Mejia May.
Alright y'all, so let's go ahead and get started with the video. We'll first start off by listening to the sample chops I made, because your sample is always going to be the reference point when choosing your drums. So let's go ahead and take a listen. So those were the first chops I made, and then I chopped it like this. So with this specific sample, I'm getting a little bit of that lo-fi type of feel. So as I was making this beat, I made sure I kept that in mind when it was time to start approaching the drums. The next time you guys flip a sample, you need to make sure you have that type of mindset, because this mindset is going to help you narrow down your choices as you're going through different drum kits. So now that we have the sample out the way, I already know the drum pattern I want for this beat. Let's take a listen to what bad sound selection sounds like. So the main thing I want you guys to listen to is the top end from each of the drum sounds. Because our sample is our reference point and it doesn't have a lot of top end in itself, these drums are just standing out way too much and not in a good way. The drums are overtaking the sample in the top end, and that already lets me know that these drum sounds are not the proper fit for this sample. So now we know what bad sound selection sounds like. But on the other side, what does good sound selection sound like? Let's go ahead and take a listen. As y'all can tell, the difference is night and day. The kick, hi-hat, and snare are not overpowering the sample. And the main reason is because within each sound, there's not a lot of the higher frequencies overtaking the frequencies within the sample itself. Let's quickly break down the drum sounds one by one so we can hear what they sound like soloed. We first have the kick, and it sounds like this. So with this kick, it's just as heavy on the bottom end as the first bad sound selection kick, but the difference with this kick is that it has a much smoother top end. Next up, this is the snare soloed out. It hits hard enough to cut through the mix, but once again, it doesn't have this really harsh top end that completely throws off the vibe of this beat. And then finally, we have the hi-hat, which again is not too top end heavy. So it should be a lot more clear to you guys now why sound selection is so important. When you use your sample as a reference point, it's really hard to mess up your drums. Be sure to try this technique out the next time you're making a beat, and I guarantee you guys that your beats are going to start to come out so much better. Be sure to stick around until after the outro so you can hear this beat in full. So now you shouldn't have any trouble choosing the proper drums for your sample. In case you're having trouble approaching the drums, be sure to watch this video on the 4 essential drum sounds for boom bap. With that being said, if you gained any type of insight from this video, please leave a like. Please leave a comment. It's really going to help the channel grow. I'm going to catch you guys next week for a new video. Until then, stay blessed.